90-minute detailed summary of Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within is not just a self-help book. It's a full-fledged life transformation blueprint that teaches individuals how to take conscious control of every aspect of their lives. Through a blend of personal anecdotes, practical strategies, psychology, and motivational insights, Robbins presents a deeply empowering message. You already possess everything you need to live an extraordinary life. You just need to wake up and take charge of it. The giant in the title symbolizes the immense potential, courage, and personal power within each of us that often lies dormant due to fear, limiting beliefs, past pain, or a lack of direction. Robbins' mission in this book is to show readers how to break free from their old patterns, awaken that giant, and become the designer of their destiny, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, and spiritually. The book opens with a strong message about the power of decisions. Robbins believes that in any moment, the power to change our lives lies in our hands through the choices we make. Our current reality is a direct result of the decisions we've made in the past, whether conscious or unconscious. He insists that it's not conditions or luck that shape our destiny, but the decisions we commit to. He challenges readers to stop reacting to life and instead start designing it by raising their standards and taking full responsibility for everything they experience. When we truly decide, meaning we commit emotionally and follow through with action, change becomes inevitable. One of the major concepts he introduces is neuroassociative conditioning, NAC, Robbins' own method of behavioral change. It is based on the understanding that human behavior is driven by pain and pleasure. We do things either to avoid pain or to gain pleasure. The problem, however, is that these associations are often unconscious and counterproductive. For instance, someone might associate exercise with pain or failure with humiliation, which leads them to avoid action. Robbins teaches that by consciously linking pain to negative behaviors and pleasure to positive ones, and by repeatedly reinforcing these links, we can literally rewire our brains to make new behaviors automatic. He outlines 6 steps to NAC, including identifying the behavior you want to change, linking pain to that behavior, associating pleasure with new empowering behaviors, interrupting the old patterns, and reinforcing the new patterns until they become habitual. A major section of the book is devoted to belief systems, which Robbins describes as the compass guiding our decisions. Beliefs are not facts. They are mental constructs that can either empower or imprison us. Many of our beliefs were shaped in childhood without conscious examination, and they now dictate what we think is possible for ourselves. Robbins urges readers to identify their limiting beliefs, such as, "I'm not good enough," "success is for other people," or "oh, I always mess things up," and replace them with empowering beliefs like, "I am resourceful," "I deserve success," or "every challenge is an opportunity." He introduces a technique called belief transformation, where you challenge the validity of your old beliefs and use powerful emotional leverage to embrace new ones. The transformation begins when you not only intellectually understand a new belief, but emotionally connect with it and act accordingly. Another transformative concept in the book is values and rules. Robbins defines values as the emotional states we want to experience consistently in life, such as love, freedom, success, and rules as the conditions we believe must be met in order to feel those emotions. The problem arises when our rules are too rigid or disempowering. For instance, if someone says, "I can only feel successful if I earn $1 million," they're likely to feel unfulfilled for most of their life. Robbins helps readers restructure their values hierarchy, what's most important to them, and rewrite the rules so that fulfillment is achievable and aligned with one's goals and authentic self. He also encourages readers to resolve value conflicts. For example, valuing both freedom and security, which may pull you in opposite directions and create inner turmoil. Emotion plays a central role in Robbins' system. In his view, the quality of our life is ultimately determined by the quality of our emotions. Robbins teaches emotional mastery by showing that emotions are messages, signals from our subconscious guiding us to take action. He categorizes emotions like anger, fear, frustration, and guilt not as enemies, but as valuable calls to action. He provides a 6-step strategy to manage emotions. Identify what you're really feeling, appreciate the emotion instead of resisting it, get curious about its message, learn from it, get confident you can handle it, and take appropriate action. By following this method, readers can gain control over how they feel instead of becoming victims of their moods or external circumstances. The book also focuses heavily on identity, how we define ourselves. Robbins asserts that the strongest force in the human personality is the need to stay consistent with who we believe we are. If someone sees themselves as undisciplined, their behavior will always revert back to match that identity, no matter how many strategies they try. He challenges readers to redefine themselves in a way that aligns with their highest goals. This involves using empowering language, visualizing new versions of yourself, and reinforcing that identity through consistent action. Instead of saying, "I'm trying to be healthy," Robbins urges readers to say, "I am a healthy person," and to act accordingly, which solidifies the identity shift. Robbins then takes readers into the domain of financial mastery, offering a no-nonsense look at how to take control of your finances. He shares the idea that wealth is not just about money, but about freedom and choice, having the ability to live life on your terms. He stresses the importance of developing a new financial blueprint by changing your beliefs about money, creating a clear financial plan, managing your spending, and investing consistently. Robbins discusses how emotions drive most financial decisions, and by mastering those emotions, individuals can avoid self-sabotage and grow their wealth. He encourages a mindset of abundance, contribution, and intelligent planning rather than fear-based hoarding or reckless spending. When it comes to relationships, Robbins teaches that successful connections are built on trust, communication, shared values, and above all, contribution. He emphasizes that relationships are not about getting, but about giving. A healthy relationship is one where both partners commit to meeting each other's deepest emotional needs. He dives into the masculine and feminine energies, the importance of polarity, and how emotional triggers can either create deep intimacy or drive disconnection. He also discusses how to heal from past relationship pain and consciously design fulfilling connections based on love, growth, and mutual respect. The book's structure is intensely action-oriented. At the end of each section, Robbins includes exercises, questions, and challenges for the reader to apply what they've learned. He stresses that knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. For Robbins, progress equals happiness, and he introduces the concept of canny, constant and never-ending improvement. By committing to growing a little each day in every area of life, we not only make progress, but experience deeper fulfillment and self-respect. In the concluding chapters, Robbins focuses on life's ultimate purpose, contribution, and spiritual alignment. He explains that beyond personal success, true joy comes from giving back, helping others, and aligning our lives with a higher purpose. He draws from various philosophies and spiritual traditions to suggest that every person is here for a reason, and part of awakening the giant within is discovering that reason and living it out courageously. This gives life meaning beyond individual achievement, tying success to service and love. In summary, Awaken the Giant Within is not just a motivational read. It's a full psychological and emotional roadmap for total life transformation. It teaches that by mastering your decisions, emotions, beliefs, identity, and habits, you can create a life of extraordinary joy, power, and fulfillment. Robbins doesn't offer quick fixes or vague inspiration. He delivers a step-by-step framework for personal excellence. With its emphasis on accountability, emotional intelligence, and purpose-driven action, this book is a wake-up call to anyone who feels stuck, disconnected, or underperforming. It's a reminder that the answers we seek are already within us. We just need the courage, awareness, and tools to awaken the giant that's always been there, waiting.